I'm making this video. I'm not going to do some clever little intro, you know. As much as I love the Catholic and Orthodox Church, I do have to hold them accountable. You know, a priest told me once in the confessional, try not to forget the church is a human institution. I mean, I understand that. You know, I'm a very understanding person, very forgiving, except when people repeatedly do evil and they have no conscience, except when people try to justify their actions with whatever, a movement, or justify their actions because they were, you know, ignorant or whatever. I mean, or they were, it's everything I do. I think it through. My worst flaw, anybody who knows me, is sometimes my mouth, because the past 10 years, all the crap that has happened to us. And sometimes I will get overwhelmed and I'll yell. And I try to, get my daughter and my animals out of the room when I do, but sometimes you just get sick of people targeting your family for 10 damn years. It never stops, especially from the black community. So much stuff, so much. And I mean, we've been surrounded by the black community now for almost 9 years. We've had nobody who's white for the most part, all black people. And even the managers of a complex, except for when we were at Country Way. But then some of the people that lived in there followed us here. And, but in Country Way, we had all black neighbors as well. But there were, a couple of more nice people there. I mean, some of them we found out later were just nice to our face. They said stuff behind our back or did stuff to us that we didn't know about at the time. It's how they got their help, financial help, or free weed, by doing stuff to us, that we didn't know, and I didn't find out till later. But that being said, it's just unconscionable that we've been in prison for 10 years and nobody is of concern. They'll say something like, "Oh, you should move," knowing we don't have the resources to move, or something like, "Oh, well, just avoid the bad people." Well, kind of hard when you're surrounded by them. And one reason why they pushed us, and it was the VA that pushed us in here. I'm very disappointed in how Hudbash did that. I thought there were some good people there, but apparently not too many. They forced us in here because we're absolutely surrounded. Absolutely. The way that our apartment is built, for the most part, we're surrounded by at least 5 other apartments. Literally, because we share walls, we share attic, we share floor. We're surrounded by so many apartments. That way more people can victimize us. Just like at the hotel in Auburn. Some of the same people from Autumn Ridge and from Country Way showed up in Auburn. And the hotel rooms were put in also surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 hotel rooms surrounded us where we were put in the building. And we had no way to lock the door because they disassembled the door lock. That's how it's been for us for 10 years. 10 fucking years. Every time we go in a place, we have no security. The place we live in now, they can easily break in through the windows. They do it all the time. And our buildings, apartment 3 and apartment 1, actually apartment 1, they have a key for people. There's about a group of about 20 people that come and go as they want. And then you got apartment next to us, apartment 7, where a black family that used to live that victimized the hell out of us, including their son stalking me, hacking into our Wi-Fi so he can, take control of our Bluetooth speakers and try to pick a fight. I think he's a predator myself. He has a very predatory personality. And let's see, you can't forget his friends that live in apartment 6. Matter of fact, he's on their screen server for their stupid TV. Every time their TV is on, we have to see pictures of him come up on their TV. There's more, though, a lot more. But we're sent here to be victimized, to be bullied, to be kept in poverty, to be enslaved. That's what we are. We're slaves. Just because we aren't sleeping with anybody doesn't mean we're not slaves. We are enslaved. And it's better to die on your feet in a confrontation or fighting for your freedom than it is kneeling before man or laying down for anyone. And because the police got friends, that are connected to, you know, connected to some of the churches that are trying to bully us to join them. And then Catholics in Saginaw, Catholics, there's people who are Catholic and Orthodox that know what have happened to us. They don't want to get involved. But there's lots of apostolics and Pentecostals. And, we used to go to a Baptist church. I spent a lot of time in my life with Baptists, but the Baptist church that we went to in the Philippines, we're supposed to be friends, but many there were not our friends. And the same thing with the Baptist church in Carroll, Lighthouse. We thought some of those people were our friends. They were not our friends. So I doubt how many people there are truly saved, truly have Christ in their hearts. And I'm not going around saying I'm holier than thou. I know I'm a sinner. I have a problem with cussing because I'm tired of people victimizing my family, and they are killing me. They are killing me. Then what's going to happen to my daughters? What's going to happen to my 3 daughters when I'm not around to fight for them? At least 2. I've been married more than once. At least 2 of their mothers have been involved in human trafficking, and they have no problem with it. Is that what's going to happen to my daughters too? So we keep getting surrounded by people to victimize us. It never stops. And they vandalize our car. They screw with my email, our phone. That way we can't get out of here. And now we pay our rent, and our rent is a third of our income. We're being kept in poverty just so we can be victimized. And I don't know if anybody will even see this video because somebody's simulating my fucking YouTube account. And some of the people involved in this are YouTubers. So nobody sees any of these videos. The last time somebody watched my video was probably about 12 or 13 videos ago. Somebody doesn't want people to know what's happening. And I know we're not the only family. But the thing is, without the educated, wise person investigating, they'll be fooled. Because 2 or 3 people will stand up and say, oh, yep, that happened to me too. They're lying. Some people are cleverly trying to copy me. That way, me and others like me who are reporting what's happening to them, especially veterans, just so the guilty parties don't look guilty. And I know it's rare to find an investigator that can see through BS. It's rare. Maybe I'll already be dead by the time we encounter somebody like that, if anybody else ever even sees these videos at all.